Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
First of all, thank everybody, and especially Miss Lily Lindsay. Where's Miss Lily Lindsay? Thank you for the communication and giving me the opportunity to come out and speak to you guys today. Didn't know exactly what all to expect, but I've been excited. I drove in from Martinsville, Virginia, and thought about bringing the family, but I told them I'd drive up and I was coming back. But as I got closer and closer, I started thinking, man, this was an opportunity to bring the family out, take part, and enjoy the Virginia beach. But I'm going to leave here, go back home to Martinsville, and get up in the morning and be at a job fair. So I'll be looking forward to that as well. But the Commonwealth Challenge, from what I've researched, what I've seen, is a really, really good program. And you guys are blessed to be here. You're blessed to have the opportunity to take part in this program. I met some of the cadets as I came through, and you guys seem like you're just full of life and self-confidence. And life is a precious, precious thing. And I grew up in an environment where a lot of people haven't had a chance to live because they got involved in things that took life away from them. They, as teenagers, got involved in drugs and alcohol, parenthood at a very, very early age, other crime and other things. And when you get involved in those things, you lose your life because you don't wake up with the goal of living. You wake up with the goal of getting high, getting drunk. You wake up with somebody telling you what you can do, when you can do it, and where you can do it. And that's not the life that we want to live. And all it takes is one bad Saturday night with the wrong group of guys, with the wrong group of girls, and something happens and you lose your life. Your life now becomes somebody else's life. Or your life becomes, my next high, my next drink. And guys, that's not what we want, okay? And I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about that because I know you guys hear that. But I want to talk about your theme. Standing tall, looking good, we ought to be in Hollywood. Man, I read that theme. Who came up with that theme? Hey, he's taking credit for that thing. Hey, what's your name? That is an awesome theme. When I read that, all I could think about was self-confidence. Self-confidence. Believing in yourself. Loving yourself. Being happy with yourself. And if you can do that, you can be whatever you want to be. He was dancing when I came in. And looks like he dances off. Very good dancer. But there are some people who don't dance that well. But they love dancing. But they believe in themselves, so they'll go to the party, they'll go hang out, and they'll dance all day long. And that's okay because they believe in dictate if I fit in or if I'm good enough. Let's stop worrying about, my size, if I'm good. Believe in yourself. And if you believe in yourself, you can be whatever you want to be. Because it doesn't matter what other people think about you. Probably not really good at what they do. But they believe in themselves. And because they believe in themselves, they can fool me and they can fool you. Because they really do believe in themselves. And we have to believe in ourselves. And if you're going to be successful at anything, guys, you have to believe in yourself. Anything that you're going to do, if you're going to play sports, you have confidence in yourself to have a relationship. Otherwise, you're constantly second guessing yourself. Believe in yourself in all things that you do. Whatever you do, it's the great divide. If you don't believe in yourself, people will take advantage of you. And I'm going to direct this one to the young ladies. Believe in yourself. If you don't, there are some folk out there that will take advantage of you. They will make you think you're less than what you are, and they will treat you any kind of way that you allow them to. But believe in yourself and believe that you deserve the best. You are the best, and if you don't give me the best, then I don't need you. I can go on. Believe in yourself. Same thing for you, young man. Believe in yourself. People will take advantage of you. I want you guys to create your own Hollywood. That's what I really want to talk about. Create your own Hollywood. You know, we think about Hollywood being in, California. We think about Hollywood with the big stars. But I want you to create your own Hollywood. Hollywood can be in Richmond, Virginia. Hollywood can be in Virginia Beach. Hollywood can be in Norfolk, Portsmouth. Hollywood can be in Martinsville, Virginia, if I create my own Hollywood. And the good thing for you guys is that you have a jump start on many other teenagers, because you came to an acting school right here at Commonwealth Challenge. They are training you, and they have trained you how to be a good actor and a good actress. That's why you came here. So that when you leave here and you go to create your own Hollywood, you know how to create your own Hollywood. And a couple good things about Hollywood. You get second chances. You get a second chance in Hollywood. Anybody ever seen a movie where somebody's life was messed up at the very beginning, but as the movie went on, they got it together? They got off of drugs, they got off of alcohol, they, had dropped out of school but got back into school. For whatever reason, their life was messed up, but they got a second chance to get it together. And that's what Commonwealth Challenge is allowing you to do. Somehow, some way, we got off track. Different reasons. It may not be drugs and alcohol. It may be, I just didn't want to go to school. You're getting a second chance. You're getting a second chance to create your own Hollywood. There are some kids that I work with back in Martinsville. They're not getting a chance. They're having to create their own Hollywood by themselves, but they don't have mentors and directors and principals and others who are working with them and showing them how to create their own Hollywood. They're having to fumble and stumble their way through. In Hollywood, you can go from rags to riches. You don't have to start out with a lot of money. But you can be like Cadet James and decide you want to become an engineer. And one day you achieve that goal and become an engineer. And all of a sudden, maybe you didn't have a lot of money growing up. But now you're an engineer and you have all the money that you can imagine. But it's because you created your own Hollywood. You didn't live by anybody else's standards. You believed in yourself. You had self-confidence. Challenge is preparing you to direct your own story. I mentioned that you can be an actor, but it's more important in Hollywood to be the director. The actor has to do what the director says. But once you become the director, you're in charge. You get to decide how your Hollywood story is going to go. You get to write your own story. You get to direct your own story. All of us have somebody in our lives that they deter us. They cause us to be negative. They don't believe in us. They doubt us. But as the director of your own Hollywood story, guess what? In the next scene, you can write them out. You don't have to include them. Think about us older folk growing up with the stories. What we call the stories, the Young and the Restless and different things. One season would end, the next season would start, and somebody wouldn't be in that story because they wrote them out for one reason or another. And as you create your own Hollywood story, sit down tonight. Think about those people who are not good for your Hollywood story. Write them out of the next scene. I asked one of you guys when I came in, were you ready to leave? And your answer was, kind of. And I know what you're thinking. I've been here for quite a while. And this group of people know me one way. But there's another group out there, they know me a different way. Can I leave here and be what I am at Commonwealth Challenge when I go back to my home? They knew me as a kid who didn't attend classes. But at Commonwealth Challenge, I attended classes. Can I go back home and attend classes like I did at Commonwealth Challenge? Or am I going to let those people who used to influence me to skip class again? A little bit scary, isn't it? It's a little bit scary because you have to believe in yourself To be able to tell those people who you used to run with and hang out with, guys, I don't do that anymore. That's not me anymore. I'm a different person. I've changed. I'm writing a different story. My script is different from your script. I like you. You're cool. I wish you well, but I have a different script than you have. You decide in your Hollywood story if you're going to overcome life's obstacles. Everybody in this room who's an adult has faced an obstacle. Every obstacle is different, but it's your obstacle. If you're the director of your own story, you get to decide if you're going to overcome that obstacle. I think about myself, and I grew up in a home, single parent home. First of all, I was born in 1971. I wasn't even born in a hospital. I was born in a house, to a midwife. 1971. I mean, that's pretty unusual to a single mother who already had 3 kids. Older brothers, 2 on drugs, 1 using drugs, two using drugs, 1 selling drugs. I've got some choices to make. I can follow suit, or I can write my own Hollywood story. I can be just like them, because everybody expect the Dillard boys do drugs or sell drugs. Didn't choose that story. Chose a different story. Graduated high school, went off to college, graduated college, got involved in coaching basketball, loved it, won a couple state championships, went from there, got a master's, got into education, and life has been great. And I feel bad because I look back and see so many friends who wrote the wrong story. They allowed the drugs, the alcohol, the lack of a desire for an education to negatively impact their life. And now, at 40, 45, guess what they're trying to do? Get their life together. And guys, it's tough when you get to midlife and you're trying to do the things that you should have done when you were 20 or 21. So let's make sure we, take life and value life. You get to choose who your co-stars are in Hollywood. When you guys leave here, select good co-stars. Those people who are going to be running beside you. Those people who are going to be your college roommates. Those people who you're going to hang out with when you go out on Friday night. Those people who you're going to be texting and calling and FaceTiming. Choose a good cast of characters. And your story doesn't have to be like anybody else's story. We feel like because we're from a certain neighborhood, we have to be that way. Because we're from a certain family, we have to be that way. Because we are of a certain ethnic race, we have to be a certain way. Guys, those are things that people have created. You can be whoever you want to be, and you can do whatever you so desire to do in life. But it's all about you. It's all about setting goals, striving to reach those goals. It's all about who you choose to be in your corner. It's all about yourself, having that self-confidence. And I really believe that there are some guys in here that really, really want to be successful. Like I said, I met a few of you on the way in, and I'm very impressed with them, very impressed with the goals that you set. Somebody mentioned that they wanted to be a neuro psychologist or something to that extent. I mean, that's awesome. Don't stop striving. Keep striving. There are going to be challenges along the way. There are going to be some classes that you're going to struggle through. There are going to be some people who doubt you. You're going to get a job and you're going to be making money, but you're going to also have to take classes and take classes while you're a full-time employee. That's tough. But do it. Keep striving. Keep going. And remember the things that you learned here at Commonwealth Challenge. Discipline. We've got a group of guys back here. Guys got to remember the discipline that you learned. You may not like what you hear. You may be glad that you're out and about, but you have to remain disciplined at all times. And that's all we're asking. And discipline is being able to do the right thing at all times. Whatever situation you're in, be disciplined. You know, they're going to give you a chance later tonight to socialize. And some of you, and I think the boys and girls are separated, be disciplined. Don't do anything silly. Be smart. Don't say anything to get yourself in trouble. Don't do anything to get yourself in trouble. When you leave out of here, be disciplined. Be disciplined when you're by yourself. Your parents trust you to drive across town to meet a friend, to hang out with a friend. Be disciplined. Leadership. Be a leader. Be a leader in all that you do. Lead the way. If other people are making the wrong choices, you don't have to live that way. You know, make the right choices. Set the example. Raise the bar. Be the standard. And physical fitness. I'm sure you guys got some of that while you were here. But keep yourself in good physical condition. Your physical condition can also dictate your mental. If you're physically out of shape, it can affect your mental. So make sure that you're also physically in shape. And I'll go back to self-esteem. It is so important. And I can say for myself, there have been times in my life where I've struggled with self-esteem. Because I did grow up in a single-parent home, you know, with 3 other siblings. You know, and I remember sitting in class and teacher coming through and asking, you know, mom's name, then it says dad's name. I know my dad's name, but I live with just my mom. And I looked at the teacher and said, deceased. I was in 7th grade. Because I was so embarrassed that everybody else had mom and dad. And all I could say was deceased. And that affected my confidence. Because I went to school and I took some of the upper level courses. So all of my friends had mom and dad. But I only had mom, so I must have been different. I must not be as good as they are. They lived in neighborhoods with brick houses. I didn't. You know, I started out in a trailer and moved into mom's grandmother's home house. So I must be different. I must not be equal to them. They're better than me. You know, their parents have 2 cars. We have 1 that the paint doesn't look that great on it. I must be less than they are. So when they come around, I get nervous and I get afraid. You know, I remember, you know, everybody's getting ready to get these income taxes. I remember my mom getting income taxes and bought me a pair of the Magic Johnsons, purple and gold. Only kid in the whole school, the brokest, poorest kid in the school, but because shoes were important, my mom bought them for me. And my confidence was so low. The first day I got them, a guy named Billy said, man, let me wear those shoes in PE. They're a brand new pair of shoes. And this guy asked me to wear them, and I let him wear my brand new shoes in PE. Could you imagine your confidence being so low that you take your Jordans off your feet and you let somebody wear them in PE class? That's pretty low, isn't it? But I thank God that through life, getting an education, striving and working, reading and studying and preparing myself, that my confidence has grown. And it's not about a job, it's not about money, it's not about a title, but it's about the fact that I've learned, I've realized that life is not about what you have, how much you have, how you look, where you're from. Life is about believing in yourself. And I challenge each one of you to believe in yourself. Believe in who you are. Stop letting other people tell you if you're good or bad. Stop letting other people tell you if you're going to succeed or not succeed. But believe in yourself. And I can't hammer that home enough. Believe in yourself. Okay? I'm not going to hold you guys too long because I know you have to get your lunch. And I hope something that I've said will help somebody along the way. I hope it will motivate you, inspire you, encourage you. If nothing else, hopefully, when you get ready to make some decisions, that you'll think about the self-confidence piece. You'll think about the fact that you can write your own story. You don't have to let other people write your story. I hope you ladies will think about the fact that, just because a guy looks good, that doesn't mean that that guy's right for you. If he's not treating you right, if he's not doing the things that he should do as a friend, then you have to write him out of your story and move on, and don't let people use you. Guys, you have to realize that some of these guys out here, they want you to be a part of what they do so that you can be the one to get in trouble and not them. Don't have confidence so low that you feel like you have to associate with a group of people, and that group of people use you to do their dirty work, and you end up in trouble, and those guys stay clean all the time because they're always sending you, getting you in trouble. Once again, I want to just, thank Miss Lily, Commonwealth Challenge, for the opportunity to come out to speak to you guys. I wish you well. When you leave here with a determined mind that you're going to be everything that you promised your mentors and your leaders of Commonwealth Challenge that you would be. Be determined. You're going to have some obstacles. Fight through those obstacles. Call the people who you can trust when you don't know what to do. But don't go at it alone, and don't revert back to some of the things that you did prior to coming in here. Once again, guys, create your own Hollywood. Thanks for the opportunity to come out.
Okay, on time. Okay, we're going to start from the rear. Once again, Miss Lindsay, thank you very much for setting up the Hollywood theme. I agree, it's great. Brodus. Yeah. All right, so we're going to start first the five tables. That area, make your way to the rear, to the room all the way to my left.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
First of all, thank everybody, and especially Miss Lily